Some terrible news coming from the San Antonio Spurs. LaMarcus Aldridge has just been ruled out indefinitely after experiencing a minor heart arrhythmia. He's going to go under further testing, determine how severe it is, and maybe get a timetable of when he will return. But it's going to be really tough to say. You never know when it comes to heart arrhythmias and athletes. This could mean a couple of weeks. It could mean much longer. It could even mean him never playing again. I mean, look at Chris Bosh, look at some of these other athletes. This is a life-threatening thing. This is someone that can kill an athlete right there on the court or on the field. You just don't want to play around when it comes to this stuff. This is something that's not really new with LaMarcus Aldridge. I mean, back in his rookie year in 2007, he was diagnosed with Wolff-Parkinson-White syndrome, which is a condition that causes like rapid heartbeat. And he even missed the last 9 games of that rookie season because of it. And also he missed the beginning of the 2011 and 2012 season because of a reoccurrence of that condition. So, he's older now, and who knows what this really means. It would really suck to see him have to miss the rest of the season, especially if he has to, retire. But, the Spurs, they were just on a roll. They won 9 of their last 10 games as of this recording. And they're only 1.5 games behind Golden State Warriors for the number 1 seed in the Western Conference. Now, Greg Popovich came out and he said he'll be out for an indefinite period of time, and that statement says everything. So it's pretty serious considering, Tony Parker, he's got some back issues right now. Kawhi Leonard, he's going through concussion protocol. Manu Ginobili was quoted as saying that, if things keep happening like this, they could miss being the number 1 seed, miss that opportunity. But, more importantly, they just want to get LaMarcus Aldridge, to get that news that he's going to be fine, he's going to be okay, and that he can play again. Because, if the Spurs miss LaMarcus Aldridge, that could really, hurt them in the playoffs, because you got Golden State Warriors, you got the Houston Rockets, who are gunning for both of those teams. Behind LaMarcus Aldridge, you got David Lee. Maybe you can move, Paul Gasol over to the power forward position and put Joel Anthony or somebody else at the center position. But who knows? That you can't replace LaMarcus Aldridge and what he was able to bring to the table. So that would be a huge loss for them. It could mean that they don't get the number 1 seed, and but I don't think it's going to be the end of the world for the San Antonio Spurs because they are deep, they are still very much talented, and they'll have a harder time, but I think they can handle Houston Rockets. I'm not sure about Golden State, but I know they could probably handle the Houston Rockets if they were to meet them in the playoffs, because Houston Rockets are a jump shooting team, and if they go cold, like we've seen James Harden do before, that team's suited to beat Golden State anyway. So LaMarcus Aldridge going down, that's a huge loss for the San Antonio Spurs. They just won a huge row. They won 9 of their last 10 games. That's just they're the hottest team. They're a very underrated team. Overlooked by all the writers and analysts. Everyone's talking about LeBron James, the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Golden State Warriors, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and all his triple doubles, and James Harden. No one's really been talking about the San Antonio Spurs, the whole year and giving them their respect. But that's the San Antonio Spurs. That's them every year. They're always the underdog. They're always overlooked, despite the fact that their consistency says that they're always a contending team. And this is definitely a huge loss for LaMarcus Aldridge. But if there's a team that can stay resilient and push through this and even still contend as a Western Conference threat to go to the NBA Finals and possibly knock out a Houston Rockets or a Golden State team, it's a Greg Popovich led, San Antonio Spurs with Kawhi Leonard. Don't forget Kawhi Leonard. He's the heart and soul of that team. He's the face of that franchise. LaMarcus Aldridge is a huge blow, but they still got Kawhi Leonard. You still got Paul Gasol. You still got Tony Parker. You still got, Manu Ginobili. You got Patty Mills. You got Simmons. You got all these great, players on this deep team by Greg Popovich, the best coach in the NBA. So Spurs fans, please, don't hang your head too low. Hope that LaMarcus Aldridge has a speedy recovery and he's going to be fine. But if and when he does come back, the Spurs are looking like they're in good shape. And if they are going to be without him for the remainder of the season, you got, the San Antonio Spurs got a great team, have a great team, Greg Popovich. So, hopefully LaMarcus Aldridge comes back and everything will be fine, and the Spurs can take Kawhi, can take LaMarcus Aldridge and the rest of that team and make some noise in the playoffs and get to the NBA Finals. But we'll see what happens, and LaMarcus Aldridge, hope the best for you.